Sister Zakhah here, and today's topic are the 7 daily superfoods. Now, there are all kinds of superfoods out there that do this, promise to do this, and promise to do that for you. But here in the Village of Peace, which is the largest vegan community in the world, and we're located in Dimona, Israel, we have found that over the past half a century that we've been vegan and actually using these supplements, that these are the best combination of supplements for our vegan diet that gives us basically everything that we need when taken consistently. So I have a little sample down here that I can show you of what each of these seven whole foods supplements are. But first I want to just tell you a little story. When I first became vegan, I didn't grow up in a community. I was about 16 years old, and I decided to just do it on my own. My grandmother had died of cancer when I was 13 years old, and I was searching for a solution because I had watched the whole process that she went through, and I said, I'm not going to go through that. And I wanted to find out, like, what is it that I can do to avoid that? Someone told me that meat was the culprit. I stopped eating it that day, haven't had a drop since. But the problem was that because I took something so major out of my diet, that I actually was making myself sicker because I didn't know what I was doing and I was trying to do it on my own. But I was blessed because later on, once I met more vegans, they showed me the proper way of how to do things. And then here, so I don't want you to have to experience that problem. So today we're going to talk about ways that you can avoid it. So let's start. I'm going to show you what I've got down here. I'm going to get the camera right so I can avoid extra editing here. Okay, so here we go. Here are our 7 daily whole food supplements. So the first one is blackstrap molasses. Now, blackstrap molasses is very high in iron and calcium and phosphorus, and it's got plenty of B vitamins, including B12. And if you're suffering from iron deficiency, it also helps you with that. But you want to make sure that if you're taking some type of iron supplement like Floridix, that you don't take both of them at the same time, so you don't get too much iron, because it'll just come right out of your body, and it'll be so. It's also rich in copper, magnesium, and a bunch of other good things. It's good for your hair, skin, and nails. You want to take 1 tablespoon of it and mix it with 1 cup of water. This one right here is fenugreek. Now, fenugreek is basically like a cure-all. These are fenugreek seeds, and the seeds are good to either sprout or grind up, and you can put it in 1 cup of hot water so that it can soak. But if you're sprouting them, then just sprout them normally. You can look in the Joy of Living Life, a Raw Food Journey for sprouting instructions. You can find these in the store as either seeds or a powder. The powder sometimes is cut with flour due to unscrupulous practices. I have no understanding of why they do that, but I like to get the seeds because that way I know what I'm getting. Right here is parsley. Now, parsley per ounce has more vitamin A than carrots. It's got 3 times as much vitamin C as oranges and twice as much iron as spinach. It's very powerful, and we take about at least 3 sprigs of those every day. So this is equivalent to maybe 1 sprig. So just take 3 more of those each and every day, or you can just have more than that as well. Right here is this is wheat germ. Wheat germ is known for having vitamin E, which is good for your hair, skin, and nails as well. It's got B complex vitamins, and it also has iron in it, as well as a bunch of other wonderful minerals. It's also got sources of fat in it, so if you want to add fat to your diet, it's great. If you're wheat or gluten intolerant, you may want to check to see if you are able to consume that, because this comes from the heart of the wheat kernel. Right here, I've got 2 types of sesame seeds. You've got the black sesame seeds and the regular brown sesame seeds. And these type are called unhulled. You want to make sure that you don't get the type that is white, because that means they took the hull off of it, which means they took off a lot of the nutrients that you want to consume. If you ever used to eat at fast food restaurants, I'm sure you don't anymore. They have those burgers that have the sesame seed buns. They always have the white sesame seeds on them, and those white sesame seeds have basically no nutritional value in them. So you want to make sure that you're getting the brown sesame seeds from health food stores. Get organic if you can. The black ones, again, have more vitamins and minerals in them than the brown ones do. But this is a great source of fat in your diet too. You should get about 30% of your diet full of good fats, good healthy fats, and you can look at my video on fats where I talk about that more in detail. But the sesame seeds, they're rich also in protein. They've got B complex vitamins, and it's very important for vegans to get the B complex vitamins in our diets. They've got vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin E, calcium, iron, potassium, magnesium, a whole bunch of other good things. You want to do about a half cup of these ground every day. If you're pregnant, you really want to make sure that you have this because it helps to make your help with the baby's development. And when you're nursing, it helps to make your milk really rich. So you want to do a minimum of a half cup of that every single day. Grind it up in a seed grinder because if you eat them whole, you're not going to get the nutrients in it. You can also sprout them, but no more than like a day because they get really bitter if you try to soak and sprout them for more than a day. So here we have kelp. Now this is kelp in a powdered form. Kelp can be found in different forms. They can be granulated as well, but I find the kelp that's granulated is a little bit slimy for me, but some people, it doesn't bother them. And you can also get kelp as the actual sea vegetable. It's like a dried sheet. And sometimes they also make kelp noodles, but the kelp noodles, they are very processed, so they really don't have a lot of the vitamins that you're looking for, especially if the noodles are white. If they're a darker color, then they maintain more of their nutrients in them. So kelp is really good for trace minerals. It helps also with, with electromagnetic energy if you're exposed to that. If you have to have x-rays, those types of things. Sea vegetables, kelp, those types of things are things that you want to make sure you have in your body. If you're exposed to cell phones, laptops, all types of electronic devices, make sure you're eating plenty of kelp. It's got iodine in it, which is essential for your body. Calcium, vitamin D, if you need more sun, especially hi to my friends in the UK. And it's got B complex vitamins as well. You want to do a minimum of 1 tablespoon of this every single day. And last we have the nutritional yeast or brewer's yeast. This right here are the flakes. Now there's I've seen 2 types of nutritional yeast. One is like a a lighter yellow powder. This is the darker yellow flakes. This particular kind is Red Star brewer's yeast. They also have a brown kind too, which is okay to use as well. The white lighter kind that's like a finer powder is not the one that we're using for a daily supplement. This one in particular is the Red Star yeast. Make sure it's the yellow flakes. It's very important as well that you do not purchase it when it's exposed to light because it destroys the vitamin quality in it. We're looking for B12. We get B12 from this, and if it's exposed to light, then it's diminishing that nutrient. So if it's on the shelves in plastic bags or plastic bins, you probably don't want to get that. You want to get some that's sealed in the manufacturer's container so that it's not exposed to the light, and you want to keep it in a dark, cool place inside of your cabinet. But the brewer's yeast is rich. This is not, and to distinguish it as well, this is not the type of yeast you use in bread or for baking. It does not make bread rise. It only is only good for your body in terms of a nutrient. It comes from the process of brewing beer, which is why it's called brewer's yeast. So this yeast has, again, B complex vitamins, especially the B12, 16 amino acids, 14 minerals, and 17 vitamins. So it is excellent for your body, and if you have a vegan diet, and even if you don't have a vegan diet. So you want to make sure that you consume at least 3 tablespoons of that a day, 3 to 4 tablespoons a day if you are with your meals, if you are looking to get your B12 supplement from that. So there you have it. Those are our 7 daily supplements. So if you want more information on different recipes and shakes and how to use these supplements, go to the Soul Vegan Summit website. We have a book there called The Sacred Diet, and it actually breaks down the different diets and the amounts to use if you are a baby, a child, if you're pregnant and nursing, if you're a man, adult man or woman, or if you're elderly, because the diet changes according to your different life stages. And in our community, we've got every stage. So you want to head to the soulvegansummit.com and get a copy of The Sacred Diet. That's our book that we use in the community. So also you can subscribe and to the weekly newsletter and videos that I'm doing each week. And you can also sign up to receive a new recipe every single week by joining their membership of the Soul Vegan Summit website. It's only less than $10 a month. So thanks, and we'll see you next time. Bye.